Now, many of you here at Hastings Racecourse know Mike Hedge as a handicapper. But what you may not know about Mike Hedge is he's one person who is 24/7 when it comes to horse racing, and that's why we call him the fastest man at the racetrack.
Get here at 5:30, proceed immediately to the print shop, get my print shop duties out of the way, try and get things. Any writing I have to do is done around 7 or 7:30. There's a lot of reading involved. Read the Daily Racing Farm. I have to get picks out to the Singtown newspaper, writing to the province as well as to the internet, to our Hastings website. So there's a lot of reading and then a lot of writing that I have to do for each 9 or 10 race card. So we have this little core of 1,000 horses, and you get to know them pretty well. And so it definitely makes my handicapping easier, just being able to know the entire backstretch, as we are so isolated. We seldom get shippers even from Alberta or Seattle, so it's pretty much our own backstretch, and I get to know them pretty well. Print shop duty is kind of slacking around 10 o'clock, and so I can get into my live mode. I'll get into change of clothes and get all cleaned up and put a suit on and read the forum a little more and get my little comments ready for the live show, my paddock commentary and everything. Because you're trying to be different. It's not, you don't want to be repetitive with your analysis. You want to be innovative. You got to try new things, and so I prepare between 10 and noon. We go on about 12:30 with Dan for the pre-race show. But we basically, Dan and I go through each card and try and pick some winners. Another one of my duties is the simulcast show. We tape that here at Hastings. Basically, we're just trying to do a little bit more for our simulcast players. We do the show for Hastings only, but now in the last month we've decided that we want to branch out a little bit and give the fans a little more input on Belmont, Hollywood, and a lot of the major tracks that they can bet on. So hopefully, because simulcasting is just a big part of things here at Hastings, because it does go 364 days a year. And the public appreciates the help, and we do a Saturday and Sunday show. You can watch it here at Hastings in the mornings, and it's also on our Hastings website. I like to watch the races up in Silks. It's a good viewing area. I just kind of walk around. I don't really sit. I stand and take my notes, but it's just a good vantage point. I like to watch the race live. Watching on camera on a television screen, it only shows the first 5 or 6 horses a lot of times. So like watching it live and then watching the replay after that. Until they move the paddock closer to Silks, then I'll continue to have to put on miles, but as well as our print shops way down on the west end of the grandstand. But it keeps me fit. It's good. I'm in my mid-40s, and the exercise is good for me. The best thing we've done is put speakers out by the paddock, and people can listen to the commentary when the horses are in the saddling enclosure. And 95% of the time, the response is really good. Even when I give them a loser, they're still, okay, we'll get them next time. They have a great attitude. And when I give them a winner, they're just very gracious. And it's nice to be in that sort of atmosphere. But the odd time you get some people that are a little upset, but that goes with the territory. You're supposed to pick winners. You're supposed to know everything. And but I wish it worked that way. But generally, the interaction is great. The people are awesome by the paddock. We do a lot of draws here at Hastings, and I'm in charge of doing all the draws, as well as winner's circle interviews after the big races, the stakes races. We like to interview either, time permitting, a trainer, an owner, and a rider. So I try to get the questions ready. You have to watch the race, get proper questions ready. You don't have a lot of time to prepare. You don't know who's going to win. I almost feel like a game show host sometimes. There's a lot of little promotions. I host those as well near the winner's circle. It's tough to fit everything in. Like Team 1040 wants you for 5 minutes here, and Joe Withy wants you in Seattle for a radio spot on Saturday morning. Have to go to Global last Friday and do 5 minutes with Steve Darling. It's just a lot of little jobs that add up to a lot, and just basically using my time wisely is it helps me. But there's a lot crammed into, especially the race days. We live at the farm, and there's a track there. And we do ship horses back and forth to the farm, and so I'll jump in the horse trailer and drive a couple of horses home after the races, and hopefully home by 7 or 8 o'clock and have dinner, and it won't be long after that. I definitely turn in. If you don't love the horses, it becomes the time you put in wouldn't, it would seem like you're putting a lot of time. I do put in to 16-hour days, but it doesn't feel like 16 hours when you're here. It's just either you have a passion for the sport or you don't. And I definitely have a passion. I love this game.